But before we got onto that, guys, Tottenham Hotspur, they actually beat Manchester United and are Europa League champions. What on earth? I can't believe we haven't even discussed this on the pod yet. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
It feels like it was ages ago because Tottenham went back to full Tottenham yesterday. That's the Tottenham I know. Do you know what I'm saying? Getting pumped, getting packed in. But yeah, Ernest, Robin, what the hell happened at San Mamés?
Well, I don't know if it was. Yeah. Robin was there before he was on the pod before the final, no?
He was.
Yeah, we told you what was gonna happen. You were the one trying to gas it up because you hate Tottenham. We told you.
Is anybody else seeing Ernest's thing lagging? Was it just me?
Yeah, Ernest is like it's jumpy, isn't it? It's a bit jumpy.
Yeah,
It's jumpy.
It's a bit ambush. Let's
yes, we are.
try and reconnect.
Yes, I don't think you knew about them things there.
That's my ends, bro. What are you talking about? What's I'm talking about?
They're in a crazy place. I'm going. Yeah.
Come on, bro.
No, he has Adrian has every right to question that. But we may as well start with Robin. Robin, your boys Wednesday night. What happened?
Robin's been hiding.
Big tune.
Robin has been hiding.
Wait. Can we give full disclosure to the audience?
Yeah.
Because as far as I'm concerned, Robin did not comment once in the group chat since.
Yes, he's been hiding.
And you know what? That being said, this should be Robin's section because I've spoken.
Hear from Robin.
Yeah,
hit the floor, bro, because we need to hear it.
Okay. So it is hard to describe how I am feeling when for the last 5 days, I generally ask every time I woke up, we actually did not win this game. Spurs are the Europa League champions. My phone, bar Saturday/Sunday, everyone I've had messages saying like, what happened? What's going on? How can you allow this to happen? And I didn't respond because if I did respond, I don't know if I would say would not get me banned from various group chats.
Would it have got you banned from our one?
Yes, it would.
You know I'm admin though.
Oscar, that was cheeky.
No, because I'm thinking, what could you possibly say that would get you banned from our group chat? It has to be crazy.
If I speak.
No,
if I speak, they'll actually send me to jail.
Weapon of mass destruction. Crazy.
When I can describe to you, because we have United and we have Liverpool fans, no Spurs fans where I work. Like, do you know when the Liverpool fans didn't even want to banter us? They just said, "Wow." Like it is what happened on Wednesday night was nothing short of embarrassing. Like, I didn't even feel anger. Do you know when I can only describe it of two things, really. Someone broke up with you and your heart's broken, or your child or your mum or your brother, whatever, they seriously let you down. I generally felt like, no, you guys went into a final, all eyes on you, and you performed like that. The one game where we were all saying, right, they're throwing Premier League games away. Spurs as well. Throwing Premier League games away. All that mattered was Wednesday, all or nothing. Where one team clearly showed how they cared about this game, where the other personnel were walking. No urgency whatsoever. No changes in the personnel at the right time. The wrong personnel starting. The only goal in the game was an own goal. even if the people that don't believe in the XG I believe was 0.14, 0.22 on both sides
In a final.
in a final.
Villa.
No, this was terrible beyond anything I believe. And I generally, when people ask me what am I saying, what am I feeling, I generally couldn't utter a word. It was that bad. Manchester United Football Club have finished beyond belief. And whilst we've been saying it for the last 38 weeks on this podcast, Wednesday really highlighted everything that's happened in the season in a nutshell. From riding luck to injuries, to systems, to players, to ownership. This season, good God, I can't even think of a word that's not PG. Wow. This season was terrible. I am so glad it's over. I am so glad that I do not have to watch football for another 3 months. I am so glad that the words Manchester United will only come on once a week unless we're on this podcast next season. I am because I'm heartbroken, guys. Like I'm heartbroken. And yes, we've said this every week, but I've genuinely been let down. I have genuinely been let down. And I just didn't want to hear or think or what stuff. So I can go on and on and on about this, but I just don't want to talk about them. I generally don't.
Do you know what's impressive, Robin? Is the fact that you know, like every week, you and Ernest, like when it came to like the league and stuff like that, every week it was like, "What do you want me to say? There's nothing to say. There's nothing to say. There's nothing to say." This is like the same old United, you know, whatever, rewind and take back. But the fact that they even brought you further down with this Europa League defeat, the fact that there's a new low, because you know, like
I don't think it is.
I think. No, I'm a because you know, like
I don't think
it is.
No, because what was worse, losing to Tottenham or finishing 15th?
I can't lie to you. It's
How?
No, it's like a weird kind of. I don't. It's one of those ones where I can't say one is clearly worse than the
we
other.
owed the Bank of the Premier League 10 goals.
But hear what I'm saying,
it's more.
But hear what I'm saying. You've been owing them every season for like a minute.
But owing them at 8th. No, a real talk. You can't tell me losing Tottenham was worse.
But hear what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm saying? It's. I don't know if it's worse or not. But what I'm saying is that game was not only an embarrassment for both. Let's keep it a buck. Both teams were crap. The only difference is that because Spurs won it, you can ignore it because they got the trophy at the end to be like, we were crap, but we're leaving with the trophy. They were both horrible. And that's kind of like making it worse with United. It was like, it was so bad. And then it was like amplified by badness because your manager, me as an Arsenal fan was looking at it because like, I can say I care about Spurs winning or not. It didn't really bother me as much. But I'm sitting there thinking, you might have been playing so bad. Are you going to make any subs anytime soon? Kobe Mainoo, for example, is a guy who's clutch. But what I'm saying is, why I'm saying is so bad. It's like you've been bad in the league, and that's bad. But it's one of those. But
one of the reasons you've been bad is because he's made subs late.
No, but there's late subs, and then I saw sub at 80th minute after you were like, I don't understand it.
As a United fan who watches United every week, nothing about that final shocked me.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the point I'm making, Ernest. That's the point I was making about Robin. Is the fact that this was copy and paste, right? As the league had shown us.
I thought you meant no, because you said they managed to take us even lower, and I'm like, it's the same every week.
No, because Robin, for example, like yourself, like you and Robin, it's very much like, guys, what do you want me to say? Yeah, you got to that point. I think in November. What do you want me to say? The fact that Robin can't talk, the fact that Robin couldn't find words that are PG. The fact that we didn't hear from the guy. You know what's funny? I don't think any of us checked on him, which is horrific, by the way. We're terrible. We're terrible.
Actually, I did. I was like,
David said, nah.
Okay, bad friends except for David.
But this is the point I'm saying. Like Robin's camera is off. Robin cannot speak about Manchester United, and in fact, he likened it to your family letting you down. Oh, come on. Like, even with the United, and then this still can occur. These feelings can come.
But do you know why? I think it's because United have been bad, but they've been not scamming. Because in fairness to the games they've won in cups, they have the cups they actually did win. They were objectively, I think they deserve to win it. If that makes sense. Like, you know what I mean? So it's one of those ones where you think because of what we've been used to, United being so bad, and you're thinking it's a final. At worst, it's like they're crap anyway. But in the final, they generally tend to kind of turn it up. You're thinking they'll do the unusual United thing, be rubbish, and then they'll win it. And that's what I mean when it gets lower. You didn't just lose it. You were just like unabashedly disgusting. Like bad.
It was horrific.
I thought personally, I thought Man United could turn up. I genuinely thought Man United could turn up literally blindfolded because I just expected Spurs to be them. Because you know what's funny? Do you know what the difference is? Spurs changed the way they played. And then
I said Andrew's a fraud. Andrew's a fraud.
It's true. He actually adapted.
That's the thing. Had we got regular Spurs, the one that got tucked in by Brighton on Sunday, the ones that's been getting piped by Ipswich, the ones that's been getting piped all season long
22 L's
by fodder, yeah. I expected that Tottenham to rock up, and I thought, you know what? Even if Man United scored a goal where it hits someone on the back of their bum and they don't even know it, it still goes in the back of the net. That's the kind of victory I thought United would get. But the fact that Tottenham turned up and said, "Hey, have the ball," sorry, they had 21% possession. They had 20. I think you lot had 20 plus shots on goal. Correct me if I'm wrong. And Tottenham had 3 in a final.
They had one shot on target.
They had one shot on target, and that's not even the goal, is it?
No,
because it's the own goal doesn't count as a target or a shot. Even
the shot was at goal. The shot was at goal.
Yeah, it was at goal, which just kind of went off of.
Luke Shaw was just in the way.
So maybe that does include, but
maybe it is. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, but you know, I think Adrian was trying to squeeze this a couple of weeks ago, if not last week. Was trying to get like, no, United fans, get angry. We want to see some blood. We want to see what the hell, give me some passion, give me some rawness. And we didn't get it because it was like, what are you talking about? What do you want me to say? What is that to say? This is different level. This is not even ranting. This is hurt.
The United fans have been like beaten in submission now. They've been royally beaten into submission.
Yeah. And the reason I would say, Ernest, in all honesty, the reason I'd say that when you said what was worse, finishing 15th or whatever, or the Tottenham defeat for me purely on the fact that they are the worst team in the league. Because even United are bad, because United are trash. But I don't know what we call Tottenham then. The sewage. I don't know what they call that.
No, but you know what it is?
In terms of this year only. If
Tottenham this year,
Tottenham, it would be a different story.
Tottenham this year have been the worst team in the Premier League.
Comfortably.
Yeah.
But the worst team in the Premier League has beaten Manchester United 4 times.
Good.
This is what makes it worse. You let you know what I mean? How do you let Spurs of all teams, even when they were like up there, like fighting for the challenge, who did they beat 4 times?
No, but my thing is the reason why from my perspective, I think it's because I expected to lose.
Genuinely.
I think it's Pete, I told you there's 2 teams in this final. I can't categorically. I told you the only way that I believe in us winning is if Jose is the coach.
So your prediction, hand on heart, was literally that Spurs was going to beat you.
No, I said it was 50-50. Like us against City, us against City, I'm like, yeah, we can beat them.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, we can beat City. Us against who else have we beat? I mean, the only other team in the last 5 years we've beaten is Newcastle. So there's teams I can look at and I'm saying, yeah, we can put it on the day, but. This manager genuinely had no plan. The previous manager had no plan because the first time we lost Tottenham was Ten Hag. All the other 3 losses have been Amaranth.